Visit us on the web at www.coolwavepictures.com/radio.
Wavelength Radio presents He's Dave. No, he's Dave. They're both Daves. It's time for the Dave Show from Wavelength Radio.
And welcome back to the Dave Show with Dave. And I have Cameron sitting here to the left of me from Happy Hour with Cameron Cooper to talk about weird stuff.
Hello.
How's it going, Cameron?
Hey, good. Welcome to the show.
Thanks. Welcome to the show.
Welcome me to the show. Hey, I'm excited. I see here in our studio we got some new equipment. We have it's called a P screen, if I'm correct. Is that right, producer?
Yes.
It's a P screen. So the popping from the P's when you're talking about pineapples, Pennsylvania pencils, and pomegranates.
It's a popper stopper.
Pizza, Pepsi.
Popper stopper.
How many P words can we come up with?
Political.
Political.
Pirate.
Let's put this to the test.
Penis.
Oh, okay. Are you keeping your show clean, or are you going to up the F-bomb?
As soon as Chris and Cody come on, we're going to be throwing F-bombs everywhere. I might even say dang or shoot twice each. Or shit.
Oh. Well, you know me. If you looked at my broadcast last night, I'm transformation.
Hey, I just want to say Jodiah's listening in Phoenix, too. I forgot to mention him earlier until Lynn called in. So, hey, what's up, dude? All right. Cameron, what's some...
I want to give a shout-out to Jodiah.
Oh, yeah. Tell us some crazy news. Call us at 877-835-1937 with your crazy news. Meanwhile, Cameron here is
back at the ranch...
He's gonna.
You guys call us at 877-835-1937, sillies.
Give me some crazy news right there.
Oh, I got some great news here.
This is
very fascinating, folks. This is a true story. Now, unlike maybe some of those stories I told last night, but in Moscow, the parasailing donkey, famous on YouTube, Google him or YouTube him. He is retiring. 17 years old. Sorry about that, donkey. Her name is Anna Paka.
She's a parasailer?
She's a parasailing donkey. She's 17 years old, and she's retiring, and she's very wealthy. In Moscow.
Okay.
She could probably buy a lot of Russian vodka with that money, since she's so rich from being famous.
Moscow, I don't know what to say.
I think maybe some of these guys over here are drinking some vodka tonight. You think they're drinking Russian vodka?
It's Sky Blue, maybe?
That's a good one.
What's going on with your show about the censoring?
Oh, well, I just, like I said, I'm going to start censoring myself. And my show is in transformation, as I am in a transformation.
Meaning what? That people are going to censor? How do you mean people are going to censor you?
It means you censor me
by calling up.
Call in and talk to the producer, and you complain
and tell you to turn off the foul language.
Exactly. Call Charles Peterson, our producer, at 877-835-1937 and tell him, censor Cameron Cooper. He's got a foul mouth.
Or you can email us at radio@coolwavepictures.com, and we may or may not read them on the air or on the internet.
It's air.
Your thoughts? It's air.
Air?
It's all air.
Hot air.
It's all air.
Now, I understand that Charles Peterson used to drive a bus.
Yeah.
Now, you heard my bus impersonation of a bus last night, and Cody, he said you sounded like the squealing pig from Deliverance.
Were you telling the story last night?
No, I was just making a bus sound.
This is okay. This is funny. This is when Cameron used to live in deep Phoenix somewhere, and we'd be hanging out. And Mr. Peterson used to drive a giant bus. Excuse me. And
What is this, the fart tape?
so I would just say something like, Peterson's here. And then, it was kind of a funny thing that happened.
Yep. Now that's a good bus.
It
See, I
was.
tried doing that.
Yeah. And then the beep, 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 when you had to let the little crippled people out and stuff like that. I hated waiting for that. You're late for work, it's hot, the air conditioner's broken, and then you got two people in wheelchairs. Sorry, Mom. But, then you got to wait for the little ramp to go down and the bus, all that, so, yeah.
And then sometimes the driver has to walk back in there and, like, buckle them in and lift up the seats and make room for them and, like, strap them in and stuff.
Yes.
And then they like to get chatty with the bus driver, too. And then, of course, he's really polite because they're crippled or in a wheelchair. And then he spends that little extra time chatting, being friendly with them.
How did you deal with the homeless people that stink really bad? Like, they smell up the chairs. And you know what's... I used to ride the bus.
He's not on your show.
What?
He's not on your show.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be on your next segment to talk about that.
I just thought I'd hear a little something, in the background. But I actually used to get on a bus, and I would sit down, and, I'd watch other riders, and I would see a bum get on, and he'd smell really bad. And then I'd see him get up at a stop and get off, and some beautiful ASU little hottie chick would go and sit in his spot right where he was sitting, and I felt like I wanted to warn her, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. And I would watch her to see, and she would start sniffing a little bit, And another time I got on a bus, some other passengers warned me and said that the guy that was sitting right where I was about to sit had fleas, and there were fleas everywhere. So, needless to say, I was able to avoid that situation. I picked a different seat.
Well, this is what you do. I'm Charles Peterson, the producer, and I had to chime in here for this bus conversation. When I was a bus driver and someone stinky was on my bus, it would be 120 degrees outside. I'd open up the driver's side window and lean towards the open window, regardless of how hot it was.
Your thoughts?
Wow, that's nasty.
So he would stick his head out the window. I hated that. I hated especially when the air conditioner was broke. Anyway, enough bus talk. Call and give us your bus story at 877-835-1937.
I thought you didn't want to talk about buses anymore.
Okay. It actually spells 877-835-1-YES. YES. In case you were wondering.
It's very perceptive.
Are there any callers on the line? No callers. Cooper, give me another stupid story.
Well, I was reading about a couple of dumb criminals that they were going into the courthouse to probably go to their court dates for something else they had dumb that they had done. And they got to, you got to go up in there and you got to take your keys out and your wallet and maybe take your belt off, anything metal. So you go to that little radar detector or whatever.
Been there,
it is.
done that once a month.
Well, they're pulling
Not for
out
me.
they're pulling out their chains and stuff and putting their watches and stuff in the tray. And they also throw in a bag of weed in there. Right there in front of security and everything. So then they got busted again going into courthouse for another dumb thing they had done. So it was like double dumb.
Yeah, I had another story that I didn't bring with me, but it was about a guy who was turning himself. He was on the furlough. He got to go to work. He had to come and report in to jail. When he was changing his from his street clothes to his jailhouse clothes, there was a little snap sound, and one of the guards turned around and saw a Ziploc baggie full of like prescription medications that he had rubber banded to his nuts, and he was busted for all kinds of stuff. We have a caller on the line. Go ahead.
Hey, Dave, what's up, man?
Hey, who do we have on the line here?
This is Tom. How you doing, man?
Tom, Where well, Alabama.
Yeah.
How you doing, Tom?
Not too bad. How you doing, man?
All right. Thanks for calling in the program. You have any stupid stories or smelly bus
Actually,
stinky stories?
I heard one on the radio this morning. This lady, she went out. She was 2 months pregnant, and she went out and bought a 12-pack of beer, drank the whole thing, then decided to go to a Taco Bell kind of place and rob it. She went in with her, ordered a taco, and she had a hammer in her pocket, except it was upside down. So when she pulled the hammer out and threatened the lady, she tore her pants, and her pants fell off, and real smart.
She kind of mooned everybody there at the Taco Bell?
Yeah, what kind of underwear on, but I mean, kind of obvious when you're running down the street. What you look like? She had no pants.
I'm a little confused. Why did she have a hammer in her pants and pull it out?
Well, she was going to use, instead of a gun, she had a hammer. She brought a hammer with her.
Oh.
She had the head of the hammer stuck down her pants. When she went to pull it out, the claw on the hammer.
The old fake gun thing, kind of like Chevy Chase in Fletch when he uses his finger in his front pocket and he says it's loaded.
Yeah. Still smart.
All right, Tom. Any other interesting stories or?
Not a whole lot. This is Alabama, but nothing happens here. It's a redneck.
Yeah, and that you're in Wetumpka.
Wetumpka, Alabama. Yes,
They did. I've been there twice. They did film the movie Big Fish there. Parts of it.
And another movie too. I can't think of the name of it right now. Your mom just watched it recently, but it was filmed here too. So.
I'm so glad that you can hear us all the way over on the east side in Alabama. That is so cool.
Oh yeah.
I appreciate you calling in, Tom.
You guys keep it up, man. You're doing a great job.
Thank you, man. We'll see you maybe next Thursday. You'll be listening?
Of course.
All right.
Definitely.
Thanks for calling in, Tom. You have a great day.
Thanks, man.
Give the number out again.
Our number is toll-free 877. You might have to put a 1 before that. 1-877-835-1937. Give us a call. Bring us your thoughts. We'll be right back after this song.
You're listening to Wavelength Radio from Cool Wave Pictures.